So, other than that issue, we're okay on the other issues, right,
At
At the moment, yeah.
at the moment?
I mean, unless something, yeah, I think the rest of it's,
Pretty much everything else
Yeah, I think
falls
the
into
rest of it.
place, and other than what the need would be, and I think there probably is a need,
Yeah.
so, and that's, you'd be able to gauge that after this year, whether or not you got enough, or,
Yeah.
just
you got-
remember, the longer you wait on the other tree that's over on Margaret's property, the harder that wood gets.
Yeah, and,
Maple.
and also one other aspect of getting it settled is, right now, volunteers, if we go and ask people to volunteer, we're asking them a hypothetical question. So, if we can make it real, that is give it a place, then we can work a lot better with volunteers.
and then to Donna's point, I like the idea of, figure out who's gonna be the operators of equipment, make sure that they have proper insurances and things in place.
Yeah. And those are all part of the details we will learn for sure between the agent and the,
Yep.
counselor.
Works for me.
Okay, so hopefully by your next meeting, we will have
That'd be
good
nice.
board.
She's back
Yeah.
on Monday, so.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's back Monday. Tuesday,
Yeah.
well, yes, right.
Yeah,
I'd give her a day or so to take and let her catch
Yeah,
up.
wait till Wednesday.
really,
Yeah,
I would too. Yeah.
oh yeah. From pester her. Catch up with everything, so.
All right,
Anything else for the good order?
no,
Well, here, what do you got, anything for us before you head out or anything?
Well, I got some stuff for you, but I got time. Unless you want me to discuss it all with you now.
Might as well, we're here, we don't have anything on the agenda, we're trying to get through it so we
Okay.
can get to our work session.
I had the pickup truck in the shop, like we discussed, and when they did its service.
Yeah.
You
It was
looked
on
at,
the list.
yeah, it's not all on that list, there is a few other things. Got my notes here.
I didn't see the list.
It was on the checks last week that you,
Oh, that I.
He didn't
just-
charge us for doing the look over it, he just did
Yeah.
the service on it, didn't charge us to do the look over. My notes here. So basically, in September, that truck will no longer be inspectable. That's where it stands right now. Some of the things that we've known about last year, I was told not to fix anything. One that's happened recently is the gauge cluster.
yep,
There's no, it's tracking mileage, but there's no indication on the dash of the mileage or what gear the vehicle is in. You have to feel it out putting it in.
Mhm.
Which, for me, I've driven old trucks, I understand that, but for others, it's different and it needs to be there for inspection. Two is the exhaust, that he said would be about $300. I'm trying to find where, cause I had to do mine in my pickup, but my pickup is newer, and they just do replacement gauges,
Yep.
send it out. The problem with this one is you can't get the mileage off it, so it actually is probably gonna have to go out and be rebuilt instead of getting a rebuilt one. You follow what I'm saying? And exhaust manifolds, worst case scenario, parts and labor, was $600 a side, that's worst case scenario. Doesn't know till you get in on, rusted head bolts, or exhaust manifold bolts in the head, you don't know. Another issue with it, is a carrier bearing on the, dry shaft, that truck has a carrier bearing because of its length. And what the carrier bearing is, you have a shaft, a bearing, the shaft runs through that bearing because of its length, it could just hang there fully suspended, it supports the dry shaft. Some of the other stuff,
what's wrong with the carrier bearing? Just
Huh?
making noise?
So it needs replacement.
Yeah, that's easy.
some of the stuff on that list is possible that we can take care of, cause it's not major. Like a plate light, that's not a big deal for us to change out, that's not a biggie. The coolant overflow jug, that's not a big deal, that's a small part of the, you know, we could probably go to, I've seen them online junkyards, they're not very expensive. That's probably something we can do without an issue. Tire rotation, he said it's coming up, that's normal maintenance on it. I don't do that. Not when the guy has a lift and has it done in 10 seconds, it takes me 2 hours, you know. The rear brake, looks like it's dragging. Might need a service, he wasn't sure, he didn't tear into it. Just did a quick overview of it. Common problem with Chevrolets and their disc brakes, it's a common problem having the rear brakes drag on. Issue with the calipers, they get crap in them.
Is that just a brake job, or is it even
Well,
calipers?
I actually don't know what the entails in it. I didn't take the truck over, I didn't have the time.
So worst case would be what calipers and.
A caliper and pads,
Yep.
that kind of thing.
Maybe discs.
Worst case.
Yep.
Those are the major stuff. The major stuff though that keeps it from the inspection is the manifolds and the gauge cluster.
When the gauge cluster, you said it's tracking mileage but not speed.
No, it tracks everything, and the gauges work. What it is, because it's a digital dash, when you turn the ignition on, it comes up, it'll say PRN.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that's not illuminated. Underneath that is your mileage, your odometer.
Yeah.
We don't know what the mileage is because it's not illuminated, and there's no way to see it,
Oh.
because it's electronic.
Yeah, you know it's racking up the mile.
I asked the mechanic, I said, so is it tracking miles? He said, it's tracking miles, but you don't know because you can't see it.
Right.
So we don't know, so like, well, for instance, not this, if you was to look at how I document my fuel, we have mileage.
Sure.
Well, now, since that's been broken, it's unknown, because we don't know what the mileage
Right.
is.
Gotcha.
It's kind of I got a rough idea what's on it, it's around 145,000.
So they're really two big items and stopping it from being inspectable.
Is the manifolds and the gauge cluster. Is
Did
the
they
two
give you an
big
idea what
issues.
the gauge cluster would cost?
It's gonna be about 300, he said, and that's a rough, he said, be roughly $300 is what he told me. And he has to ship it out, and he would need the truck for about a week. And that's, you can't drive a truck without gauges in it, without, and I wouldn't drive a vehicle without gauges. No. And I asked him what he thought about, the truck overall, could we get another year out of it? Didn't seem to think there was an issue doing that. I mean, normally, I take care of that vehicle like I take care of my own. My vehicle, I service the oil regularly in it. The transmission, because that truck has numerous drivers, up until a year ago, that truck would get a once a year service on the transmission. You have numerous drivers in that, everybody
Is it
drives it
automatic?
different, huh?
Automatic,
Automatic.
that's a waste. I'm sorry.
No.
No mechanic took me along. You don't
No.
have to take and do it
You
once a year.
don't know the cost of transmissions today,
You wanna
that
make a
kind of
bet?
stuff. I'm not gonna argue with you, Brian. I've been through it, I know just a little bit.
Yeah.
And servicing that
I
once a
disagree.
year is not a waste.
Yeah.
The truck gets greased regularly, that kind of stuff. I take care of it like my own. That's the way I've always done it, and, knock on wood. So I don't know, can I guarantee it's gonna go a year? I can't guarantee anything.
Chief, you had a question?
I was just gonna say, I have a 04 Silverado, similar problem with the instrument clusters, no problem with the GMs for those clusters to fail. There's companies out there that specialize in doing those repairs.
Yeah.
I sent mine out to a company in Washington, and the worst part of it was just to transit, but they turned it around in a couple days, I got it back. It's been functioning very well ever since. It was, I don't know, somewhere between $100 and $200 to do the fix. It was easy to remove, and so.
They say one of the issues with ours is cause it's a 2000 vintage. I tried to find some replacements on it. I haven't had real good luck. I've called the parts stores and once again, not knowing the mileage
I
thing.
just sent it out and had it rebuilt.
Did you ever put together the numbers that we asked for a while ago regarding the use of that truck?
I haven't had time to do anything. I got no help as it is.
Yeah.
No time. There's no time. I mean, I'm hoping when I come back from my surgery and I'm on the not so lifting kind of part of it that I got time to do this. I got stacks of paperwork, I just cannot get to it. You know, our help wanted signs up again. You
I
know,
don't know why, who left now?
we just don't have any help, we tried to hire 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
One, we can't, obviously doesn't want the job, cause I've called 5 times. I saw the person's father, stepfather, whatever, it's not important. They called the person right there, yeah, I'll call him, nothing. And we've hired one, but it's limited hours. It's tough.
Yeah, one of the gentlemen, if I recall, works for the transfer station in Ware.
Right, and Ware's been, they're very accommodating with us, they're working with us, so that we could have him on some Saturdays and that kind of thing, and he's been doing some days on Tuesdays, but still doesn't free me up. I'm not, you know, I'm leaving, today's my last day.
Mm.
You know, I'm on vacation and that's it, and I'm done for 2 months anyways, I'm assuming it's gonna be, I don't know for a fact, but, you know, so, and highways, you know, Jeff's been real good about, you know, letting Pete gonna be able to work with us, so, you know, to get through this, but, you know, I don't know what the outcome's gonna be. I don't know, I'm hoping that I'll be, after 2 or 3 weeks, I might be able to do some paperwork stuff then, but I don't know that, I don't know that for a fact. It might be 6 weeks before I can do anything, I don't know.
We'll wait and see.
Everything's in here, but it's not, I mean, I have the documentation, the information, I just gotta put it down on paper, and I just haven't had the time. You know, there's a list, there's 100 things that truck does, I have a list of what we've done with that truck, the money that's been collected with that truck, that sort of stuff, and I think that's all important, it's all relevant, and I think it'll actually paint you a picture that, you know, you only have, don't take offense to this, but you only have seen one side of the coin, the bill side. Yeah, I think you need to see the other side of the coin, and the value that that piece of equipment actually brings, you know, forth, and isn't,
You know, I mean, in all honesty, we've asked for that information.
right, and like I told you, I just,
But
I don't have the time.
until we see it, all we
Right,
have is what
right,
we
no.
have, so, you know.
but no, that's why I said,
We're
that,
gonna make it
it's
based on
not
what
a-
we know.
you know, don't take offense to what me saying that, but you only have seen the other side, you haven't
Right.
seen the other side, and I think it'll paint you a better picture when you do see the other side, so I'm agreeing with you, Brian.
Yeah, oh, well, I understand, but I mean, again,
Yeah,
conversely, we have to make decisions, we can only make decisions with what the information we have at hand.
Right,
So if we don't have all the information, and.
right, and that's, trust me, I have, you know how I wanna spell it, I just gotta have the time to do it, and I'm hoping when I'm got this downtime that I'll be able to do it, you know? But, on a normal day to day, I do not have the time, you know, we're running ragged as it is.
Well, I know you weren't here, was it 2 weeks ago we brought it up? About single stream, potentially looking at that,
Big mistake,
you know?
big mistake. Why do you think towns that are in it are trying to get out of that?
I don't know,
The
well,
co-op backed out on that facility, why? There are towns right now who are paying to get rid of that material. Wanna see the taxpayers scream?
Mhm.
Add another $60,000 to my budget. And then you have to retool and figure out how you're gonna do this.
well, no, that's what we're looking at.
You know,
I mean,
you're
I know
talking,
these guys are working to the bone and, you know, trying to sort all this stuff out, and where they could just, residents just come and just dump it into a container and it goes.
yeah, it goes and
you know,
then you
take-
pay to get rid of it.
Well, we're paying now to get rid of it because it, you know, how much it is in labor to sort all this
You're
stuff.
still gonna, I'm gonna tell you, when the committee looked at this
Mhm.
3 or 4 years ago,
We're just looking at it as a business you know.
right, they looked at
practice.
it and,
It has nothing personal.
no, it doesn't affect me, I mean, however you choose to do it, but I know for me personally, as a taxpayer, I'll be the first one to scream, because I know the insides of it, and it's not a benefit to the town. You're gonna have labor regardless,
Mhm.
you know, no matter how you look at it,
Absolutely.
you're gonna have labor regardless. You still have to, you know, see, people are under the impression with single stream that it takes care of everything. No, single stream takes care of this little piece right here.
Mhm.
You still have all these other pieces to the pie, you still have your scrap metals, you still have your demo, you still have your trash, you still have your hazardous waste, you still
Mhm.
have all the stuff that they do not take.
Yep.
And then on top of it, the mills, and this is coming from, you know, the NRA meetings that I go to, they're struggling to move that material, and when they do move it, it's at a cost.
Right.
You know, the towns, because of the glass contamination that's in it, is one of the big ones. When you put glass in that material, the glass obviously, cause it's, most of it's compacted, whether it's in a, open top trailer and they compact it with a machine, or using a compactor like we have right now, the bottles bust, it
Right.
gets embedded in the material and they can't get it out.
Right.
You know, so that material is, mills take it eventually, and they take it at a cost, and what we're told, and I can only tell you what I'm told, it gets pushed off to a side, and when mills feel like dealing with it, they deal with it, but they want the premium material.
Right.
You know, and material is getting a little tougher to move because of the way the markets have changed. Other countries have tightened up their belts, so that forces the United States to change the way that they do their material. You know, our materials, when it's hand sorted like this, the way that we do it, that's a top material. You know, you're, like I said, labor costs, you're gonna have them regardless. You're gonna have your labor costs regardless.
Well, I think the idea didn't even come out of so much the cost of labor, Woody, as it was that we were concerned with the fact that you can't get the labor.
Exactly.
You know, or the labor doesn't stay, it's not that, I mean, we know we're gonna have labor,
Right.
it's so that we're trying to eliminate the labor.
I think,
But we're trying, you know, as we kicked it around a couple of weeks ago, we realized that you guys are busting your hump over there, that you can't keep employees.
I think it's one of those jobs where
Just kind of.
it has to, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. We're fortunate that we have, you know, actually I have 3 employees right now that, you know, it works. And I tell you, one of the big things that I think, and don't think that I think that we need full-time, because I don't think that. I don't think this town is ready for more full-timers, cost-wise or otherwise. But that's the issue you're fighting with today, is insurance and full-time. You know, not many people can come to work, so you're picking from a very small work pool. Not many people can afford to take a 24 to 32 hour a week job. You know, even if you are paying, even if you bumped it up $15, $16 an hour, that can afford to take that small amount of money without any benefits and a limited amount of hours. You know, that, I think that's the big problem. It's, you know, every job, you have to find the right person for it. So that's a factor no matter what you're doing, but I think it's the hours is the big thing, and, you know, there's no insurance, there's no benefits. You know, how can, like I said, unless you're able to get somebody who's retired, or somebody who takes it on as a second job, that kind of thing, or someone who's young, who's going to school, might fit their bill, but they're a short-time fill.
Yeah, no, we realize that's why we're thinking, you know, to take and reduce some of that impact that these guys are feeling with all the sorting and extra, you know, all that extra.
And I think
along with it.
I think the other thing you need to look at also is what you have for an investment now in equipment, and look at the cost of investing in new equipment and more equipment, cause that's what it comes down to. You need more equipment, cause equipment you now have doesn't function with single stream, so now you redesign, redo, however you're gonna do it, you're looking at additional compactor, you're looking at additional boxes, you're looking at, you know, a building or some way to put it, some kind of reconstruction. You know, there's a big investment there, it's not as cut and dry as it appears to be on the surface. And then find out where it's, you know, you have to figure out where it's being hauled to, and then you gotta figure that, you know, where are you going with this material? That's gonna determine how you process it, if you're processing it with a trailer, or if it's being pushed into a large volume trailer and moved with a tractor trailer, you know, or if it's going local someplace where you can run it with a roll-off truck, you know, that's all stuff that plays into it.
Wasn't it, and this is probably 4 years ago, and I think Concord was involved at that time. And I think when they pulled out, the price of getting rid of single stream went skyrocketed, so that there were other people that were reluctant to jump in. I don't know if that's, but I think that's what had happened 4 years ago.
Well, what had happened, basically, they were, the co-op, Concord Co-op, they was gonna build a MRF. And other towns, you know, some were in favor, some weren't, all that. The cost, because you're looking at the MRF and you also were playing the contract to Wheelabrator at the same time, all played into it. You know, Concord, they found an out, they, you know, was at the point where you could make your out. Just like Dunbarton voted to be out of the co-op for the trash side of it. Once the MRF failed, you know, they saw no value. There was nothing there for the MRF. I didn't have all the books on it, at least I believe I still have all the books on it. It just, that didn't pan out, and then the contracts were changing with Wheelabrator, and basically, the co-op just defunct. I mean, there's not much left to it anymore. There's a small piece of it, there's the landfill in Franklin. You know, there's a small piece that the towns have, but Concord pulled out, that was a big number. That was a big trash number, it would have been a big, single stream number. But they found contracts other ways, as other towns have. I don't know. But I don't believe that single stream is a way to do any of it. I think your cost will be, it'll scare you what it'll cost just to get set up. If I had to guess, you'd probably be looking between 50 and 100,000 to get set up.
What?
But just food for thought.
Yep. Open-ended options only because, like I said, we know that's
Right.
a location in the town budget that, you know, it's got a lot of turnover. Turnover costs us money, you know, creates hardships if the people that are still there. You know, you gotta try to find ways of making it better.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, we're lucky we have a core of people who have
Yes.
been there a while and continue to stay.
right,
It seems like the others that you've tried to pull in, it's just been a revolving seat, you know, and it's unfortunate, cause it puts an extra burden on everybody.
I think a lot of it, you know, Lean and I have sat down, we've, you know, gone through stuff with these people, and I don't think that they really get the gist of it. I mean, you can, we take them out, we've taken them out while people are working there, showed them. I still don't think they get the gist of how labor intense, you know, how focused you have to be and how, you know, it's a physical job, it's not a not physical job, it's a physical job, and I don't think people get the real gist of it.
Absolutely. Alrighty, anything else?
Just one other quick thing, I was approached by a resident, who has a solar business in town, and he would like permission to come to the transfer station, park off to the side, he's not selling anything, he just would like to pass out information if people would like information on solar. I personally, I don't see an issue with it, I don't see it any different as someone handed out political stuff. I personally don't see it, I didn't see anything with it, but I told him I have to bring it to the board and get their permission.
Well, I mean, political stuff, I mean, whether you're running for election or a petition, that's one thing, but I mean, when you're talking private business.
I mean, we do it, we
Yeah.
have the Boy Scouts there from time to time, we do the firemen, I'm trying to think who else is over there. The historical people do it from time to time,
That's all for, based
but
on
yeah, those are all
town function.
town
well,
functions, yeah, they're tied to the town. You know,
For the benefit of the town, I mean, these guys are for the
yeah, they're
benefit of
not
themselves.
private, I guess is what I would, you know, they're not private
Cause I mean,
companies.
once you start doing that, you're gonna have to, you know, let
Well,
everybody in there.
I know one board can't tie another board's hands, but it wasn't that long ago that there was someone that was allowed to, I believe, I don't remember the whole particulars, cause it was that far ago, but they were doing some kind of raffle for their grandchild or something with wood or whatever.
Well, there was somebody with wood, I remember that.
It was,
'cause
remember, it's quite a
yeah,
few
because I
years
was
ago.
hoping to win that. But she was going on, yeah, she was going on a trip somewhere, you're
Or
right.
something,
And they weren't even town residents, they were from another town.
is that what it was?
Yeah, they were from where, I think.
Yeah, it was
that
that
bought a
long ago, I
raffle
don't
on
remember.
that, there was a whole big trailer of wood. Yeah, you're right, that's the only one I can remember though that wasn't a town resident, and she was raising money, cause it's something through her school. She was going on a trip or something, as I recall,
Probably for like a, you know, like,
class trip kind of thing.
right, yeah.
And they had to pay their way, but
I mean,
maybe, I don't remember all the details, so but you're right, Woody. It's the only one I can remember that wasn't a town-related kind of
We
thing.
don't have a policy of soliciting on town property, do we? Down the road.
Just say no.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's kinda
saying.
what I'm thinking too, because it's a
Yeah.
business, not a, volunteer, non-profit organization.
Can I offer an alternative?
Sure,
Outside the gate,
Mhm.
you know where they're coming in?
Yep.
Being outside near the highway, parked to one side, could catch people on their way out, they're stopping anyways, and handling stuff. And possibly catch people on the way in if they stop to see what he's all about. And, that's kind of a compromise, I
Yep.
guess. Cause that's actually, state property, part of it's town, but, you know, I don't think it's a big deal. It's not within the,
Yeah, if he's outside the gates, I guess I have
I
less
can
of
tell
an
you,
issue.
I can tell you what the DOT's policy is regarding that. Stay the hell out of the right of way.
Yeah,
yeah, but they wouldn't be in the right of way, it's off to the side, be like,
It's
pulling
still-
my truck off to the side,
You're
to
still
the
in the right of
road
way.
to Bishop Pond.
Where that stone wall is, it's a prescriptive right of way. There, that's all state property, right to that stone wall.
tell them to come plow their section in the winter, man.
I don't think
Instead of
that's a
tearing it
big
up.
deal with having somebody on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, they're on their own though. That's their,
Yeah.
they take and
Right.
accept all liability and
yeah, they don't
chance.
need the town's permission for that.
Nope. But,
I mean,
No.
okay,
these
your
catch,
thoughts?
I'd just be concerned about slowing traffic coming in and impeding
Yeah,
traffic
safety.
going out the line of sight.
Well, that's what I was thinking,
Those-
it's like
those
coming
two-
out of the transfer station.
It's where I get I get added to there, just the
Why
turn.
they just do a
turns out
postcard
it's
to
bad,
everybody in town? I guess what
You
we
got
might.
one back up going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
cars
that could be a
coming.
disaster, cause you get a high volume of traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
and
just,
people don't
remind
necessarily slow down either.
last thing we need is a 911 call to the police saying, hey, this jerk is, he can bottleneck on it, then you guys have to respond.
I offered that, cause
Yeah.
you've had people handing political stuff out there in the past
Yeah.
several times, so. I mean, if you're catching them going out
Yeah,
to the highway, they're gonna be,
I've always seen the political stuff inside, yeah.
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you.
know. That's
I'll
just
give
me,
you one example.
Yeah.
Is a House rep from Dunbarton that's done it out there with children.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, I can't say I've ever seen him do it, but I tell you,
I would say
Makes
that it would be noted inside the gate, but don't even
Yeah.
offer that they do it outside the gate. If the
Mhm.
person decides they wanna do it outside the gate, don't involve the town,
yeah,
let them make their own decision on that, and, you know, don't put ourselves in the middle of that one.
yeah.
Like I said, I told them I would come and ask, and
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Nope, I think it's the same thing, I mean, when you're,
Well, somebody will.
if it was a town, you know, beneficial
Yeah, town
thing,
function.
a town function, you know, like, you know, the garden club selling geraniums or something. I can understand that, yeah, daffodils, no, geraniums. See enough daffodils this spring. But, I mean, some of that nature, yeah,
Yep.
that's one thing, but, you know, it's a private business, I'm not, I can't speak
Because
for
I think if we
someone.
let one private business in, pretty
Yep.
soon you're gonna have a parade of them wanting to do the same.
Or we have to put a board up and there'll be flyers
Yeah,
and
and then,
cards.
and once you've
God
done
knows
that,
what.
then I think you're just asking for, you know,
Open the
people,
floodgates.
then they'll start fighting for a prime space.
Yep.
rent it,
Then we'll have to take and call the cops.
There's an idea, Woody, cash flow.
offset that labor.
We'll rent you 10 by 10 square,
Yeah, rent the advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
So,
That's all I got on my notes, so.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Good luck there,
Enjoy it.
Woody, with your stuff.
Yes, enjoy your
Hope
vacation.
hope it all goes well.
It ain't so far. If today wasn't home, it's trouble.
Alright, well, John, we need folders, we got a budget, I don't know if anybody's seen it, look at it. That's for the first half of the year, so we should be at 50% left. In theory. And I think everybody is, the police department's right at 51, I think they're the lowest one right now. Everybody else is higher than that. Not looking too bad. Excuse me. I think, and on the cemetery one, we got the next cemetery repairs, so I think we're a little over budget, or under, so I think they might have taken and put something towards cemetery improvements that should have been either an encumbered fund or the warrant article. You can see 4,200,
Yeah, the 42 doesn't make sense.
So I don't know if it was gates or the stone repair that went against that, so.
Well, yeah, the stone repair, I had put a note on that invoice that it was from the warrant. And the gates were encumbered funds, so you're right, that doesn't look quite right.
So I need a, okay, we got, I forgot, we got
Do we
a,
have a detail?
detail right here. Warrants, yeah, 4,000, that's the warrant, 15, why is it here?
Yeah.
Should be coming out of there. Should come out of the warrant, unless they have to bring me in.
I don't know.
Page 6, right there.
Talk with, Lean on that one.
So, that was the only thing that really stuck out that I'm aware of. That was huge number. Everything else is pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
So-
it only says 4,000 here, so where'd the 1,500 come from?
Hmm?
Where'd the 1,500 come from?
Which island?
In here, where did this 4,200, I mean, where'd that?
Right here,
Oh, they
page
took it
6.
here, right?
Right.
This 200 plus the
Cornerstone
4.
Cemetery Service warrant.
Yeah, they got it in
15.
the, yeah, they got it. Well, they're two different articles.
Right, that's
too.
the one for the tree issue that, some, gravestone took out.
Right, 200 bucks.
Right. This is the warrant article.
This is the warrant article.
Right, so it shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't be where?
Shouldn't be in this detail, it's supposed to be coming out of the warrant article budget, not the, the warrant article drawdown
Oh, I
instead of the
got you.
cemetery
Oh,
budget.
yeah, yeah, okay.
This is operational budget.
Well, I'm looking at the, company that they
Right.
referenced here.
Yep.
Alright, got it. I'll talk to them.
Other than that, I didn't see anything that's really worrying. Anybody else see anything? I read it before everybody showed up. Overall, we're looking pretty good. I say, I think the police department was the lowest one at 51%, so everybody else is in this, high 50s or 60 to 70% they left. Pretty much right on target, because the expenditures don't happen until the end.
Yep, okay. I'll talk to Lee next week there, I probably won't do it Tuesday, I may give it a break anyway today,
Absolutely.
maybe,
Just a day.
we'll see.
We got a letter here from George Piccolo regarding his beef with the Bureau, the Board of Tax and Land Appeal. He's got some medical issues that he needs to go out of country to do, overseas as he puts it. So he's looking to have the hearing moved to mid-October, so I'm not sure if they'll agree to it or not, or whatever, but FYI.
Nice.
After he's-
This is the mailbox, regular
Yeah.
door.
What is this in reference to?
Board of Tax and Land Appeal. He has an issue with,
Okay,
he didn't get his abatement, he applied for it, they said no, and so he's taking it, appealing to them.
Mansion Road, isn't this a repeat one?
Yeah, he does it almost every
Okay,
year.
yep, okay, I'm with it now. Trying to
Yeah,
replace it,
it's a continuous,
Yeah.
continuation.
okay. You need that?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Let's put the key in the book. We got, the Associate Deputy Secretary of the Interior in Washington, we've got the, notification that we've got $3,096 coming for the payment in lieu of taxes regarding the, Everett Dam area and all that stuff. They reauthorized it from the Fed side, we got some last year too, I believe.
Yeah, I think we did, I
But
remember that.
there's some years we don't get it, some years we do, depends on. So it's unanticipated revenue, so when we get it, we'll have to put it on the agenda because it's under $10,000, so
Yeah.
just make a note to it.
Cool.
Alrighty. Everybody got a chance to look at that?
I
Stamp
did, I
plans?
looked it online.
Yeah.
last week when I was in here, I don't know, Friday, Lean was having a hard time finding bidders.
Yeah,
She was gonna reach out to Jeff Trexler to see if he might point her in a direction, but I don't know if she got any feedback there.
I don't know. Yep, no surprise there. Especially with all this, getting the steel work done and all that.
You know, I think the issue she was running into was finding someone qualified, and when she could find qualified, they were all booked up and you
Yep.
couldn't fit it in.
Like this pattern here, they could just do that on Buffalo and punch those out instead of
Yeah.
drilling. But, yeah, it's
Yeah, it looked pretty detailed.
thoughts,
No thoughts, I think we just need to find someone
you can do it.
that
Yeah,
can do
they
it.
can do the work, right.
They asked her to take and scan us an email to us. I did not see an email on it, I don't know, did you guys get an email on this?
Nope, did not.
Well, it says done, so I'm guessing it probably got scanned, but I don't know if it got emailed. Probably in the helter, skelter of everything going
Well, it
on.
wasn't in mine.
Actually, there's a 2017-2018 legislative policy process, so we've got, there's dates for meetings and stuff, and whether we send somebody or send a letter in lieu of a body actually showing up and, kind of either yay or nay on the different policy things. So I was hoping she'd send it to us so you guys could read it and we could take and have a discussion on it.
I actually didn't get that either,
No?
When
Yeah.
does it need to be actioned by?
yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Really?
Friday, the deadline for submitting the floor proposals is Friday, August 12th, that's if you wanna, if we have something that we wanna propose.
Yep.
The legislative policy conference is scheduled for Friday, September 23rd at 9 AM in Concord. So they'll send us a card, a postcard in our, so, I mean, we can send somebody and you can sit there and say yay or nay, or take part in the discussion, or we can take and,
It'd be nice to go through that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
All of
would
us,
be.
and
Well, I started reading, it's like, you know what, we'll be here all night if you guys, if we have to go through it piece by piece, so it'd be nice for you guys to get a chance to read it
Yeah,
at your
right.
leisure. Or if you want a printed one, we can have them printed up and you guys, or copied and go through it and make your notes or questions.
Well, that's what I was thinking of too, is going through it and maybe some things that are irrelevant, but some things that are relevant.
It might generate some thoughts, it's like, well, what about this, and we might have a floor amendment or something like that, a policy thing, so, absolutely. Just as the motion on our behalf, the motion that we filed.
Yep.
You already read it, that was it. So that was the last time we were here,
Yeah.
you weren't, you didn't sign it.
And I think I saw something in the email.
That's old.
Yep.
So, then legislative
Yeah, we
bulletins.
get those in.
Yeah, so, that's all it is for the mailbox,
Cool.
so maybe, hopefully next week we can figure out, you guys want written ones or you want it email wise? What you prefer?
If you email it, I'll print it out, if not, and she makes them, that's fine. But I can print them out too if she emails it to us.
Yeah, I mean, or we could just have it, do a,
Just go cut another tree.
Yeah, kill the rainforest.
yeah.
We don't need it anyway.
So that's why I was just asking, cause I mean, what you gentlemen can decide, so, other than that. Go around the table, you got anything for the order?
No, I'm good.
My brain's fried, I've been on the road since 6 o'clock this morning, so I'm good for now.
I've got just two things.
Fire
One-
away.
One is, the cemetery over at Page's Corner, the
Yep.
broken post is
Yeah.
really jagged.
Yeah, I saw that that night.
Somebody may have to either cut it with a sawzall till the cemetery trustees do something, and then take a piece of 4x4 to
Mhm.
fit inside and screw it, cause it's a great place for hornets to build a nest.
Is there a 4x4 inside of it?
I don't think so.
I didn't look, I stopped that night when it was first
Yeah.
mentioned, I could see it in the dark, I tried to take a couple pictures I was gonna send to you, but the flash wasn't working.
Well, I'm not gonna be in town tomorrow, but I will be around over the weekend, so it was already on my list of
Yeah.
things to cruise in there and take a look, but that's a good idea.
We're
though,
meeting
about-
next week
You
anyway.
know,
About
if
cutting
not,
it,
make
yeah.
sure that you have something in there, cause
Yeah,
right now hornets will build nests
yeah, that's a
anywhere.
good idea.
The guy mowing that
Oh, yeah,
and doing a weed
Mhm.
whacking
Yeah.
might not like the surprise.
yeah, I haven't been in to take a
Yeah.
close-up look, but, I'll get in there.
Yeah,
And, that's a
I
good
see.
idea though, Bob, I'll bring a couple tools
we
with
may
me.
have a spare one up in the,
Yeah,
Hearst.
up in the Hearst house,
Yeah.
I'll take a look there too, I'll bring my keys. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look, that's a good idea though.
That was one thing. The other one was, cause I came in to look at these tile,
Yeah.
you know? And I thought it was from rain, and it
Mhm.
wasn't. But if it had been something that was serious, we're always reaching out to find someone. And I don't know why we don't, in the late fall,
Mhm.
get a bid for the following year, as needed per hour type person to have.
Mhm.
That when it's the small stuff, you can
Have
just, you
them
can
on
just
call.
call them
Yep.
and say, you know, can you get this within the next couple of days, it needs to get done,
Yep.
Good
or it
idea.
has to get done today.
Yep.
You know?
Well, they
Yeah.
used to use Kyle like that, a couple.
I know, and they don't have anyone
Right.
now, is the thing, you know?
Yeah, they need the handyman, which they don't
Mhm.
have.
Right, nope, that's not a bad idea to have them like on a retainer slash contract.
So, you know, it might be something to do in the fall and get someone that,
Actually, you could probably do that for a number of things, so you got electrical work, you got woodwork, you
Yeah.
got general repairs, plumbing, I mean, you know,
Right.
that way you have all
but you have at least a
Mhm.
per hour
Yep.
rate that you're gonna be charged, 'cause
Yeah.
And you
there's
know.
no other way
Yeah.
you can judge
Mhm.
what's gonna happen.
Yep, absolutely. Yep,
So those
We
are
can
the
do
only two things I have to bring forward.
I like that idea. So, alrighty. Well then, we'll open up public comments. Donna? Anything?
Nope.
Woody? Art? Alright, we're gonna close public comments. And this will be the conclusion of the selectmen's meeting. We're gonna start our work session regarding Kelsey Road review of materials. So, you're welcome to stay and watch and, but we're all, we're done with any public interaction.
I don't know.
Alrighty, these two items
No.
were brought in by Mr. Guiney.
Yeah,
And I think the only thing that's in this one here, which we've kind of all seen, is on page 191, which is the
the
house.
picture of the house.
The time you had, ending the meeting, is that?
I got 829.
829.
Yeah, nowhere, I
That
was,
is the regular,
regular,
Regular meeting, right.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we enter into the work session.
and I actually, earlier one time, I actually went through this looking through the index and the contents and back and forth a few pages here and there. Found no other, mentioning of Kelsey Road or anything of this nature. So,
Did you second that, ending the meeting?
well.
no, we're not ending the meeting.
Oh, you're still leaving it actually open? You're
Right,
just
I mean,
closing
it's
the
part of the
regular
select-
meeting,
Right.
okay.
Mhm. So, I don't know if-
Yeah,
Those-
I've seen this.
yeah,
I don't think I have it.
and God knows who wants to go through all these.
Yeah, that's, I mean, we've seen these before, right?
Is this the?
Oh, is that that's probably the one with all the research of the
This is
deeds.
Mike Guiney's
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, it's a research of, I went through that whole thing.
Yeah,
You did go through this.
Yes, I did.
Good for you, cause I haven't had a chance.
and there wasn't anything new, was there, that we hadn't already
No,
seen or
you see,
discussed?
now that creates a problem, because when you're reading the stuff,
Mhm.
I would have to know the actual cart path.
And you've never
Because
visited the
I
path.
can't force someone, and this is my opinion now, I can't force someone to give up more of their land if that wasn't Kelsey Road and that was a cart path. And when you're going through there, it's kind of, ambiguous as to where the cart path actually was and where it went to.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, I think that's,
And because there's another road on the
There's one
other
of the
side of the
questions.
brook,
right,
which is a different name,
yeah,
cause it's in Goffstown.
right,
So that's why I need to take a walk out
Yeah,
there
go
and take
see
the
it,
lay
yeah.
of the land and, but,
And this is our Kelly Street,
what's that?
in this booklet is
This is, all research of the deeds
all the
to all
deeds,
the properties,
back to the original 1854.
yep.
And that was given to you by
Mike Guy,
Mike Guiney,
Mike Garrett.
yeah, it's his,
Got
it's his book.
What, you know, what happened was his surveyor did a reference of just deeds, didn't go out and measure anything, just researched all the
Yeah.
deeds to come to a conclusion.
Mhm.
And, you know, if you're reading this, it lands in
Mhm.
this person's court.
Right,
However, when you look at the maps,
Mhm.
but the maps have, in some cases have been, it seems like Kelsey Roads may have been extended if you look at the deeds first and then look at.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well,
really
I
gotta
think-
look at it and see
yeah.
what the heck.
I think one of the issues with maps, is that, you know, one has been stacked on top of the other, and stacked on top of the other, and modern maps have been put on top of that. So if anywhere in that stacking, there's an error,
Well,
they just been stacking the error on top of an
so
error.
as-
Where these documents here are
right.
the documents.
As surveying goes on, someone may have extended that road
Sure.
a few more feet,
Yeah.
and then a few more feet.
Right,
Cause when I looked at the maps, they make it pretty much confusing,
yeah, I find,
you know?
yeah. Because we saw that night when Dave Knoll was here, he was pointing out something, and when we went back and looked at some other maps, we couldn't find that reference, yet it was in that map. So,
But it doesn't mean he's wrong.
No, it
That's why
doesn't.
I wanna see
but it's,
what
but it's
everything
other
is,
information.
Right. you know, I mean,
No, he may be right, but we don't know that.
I mean, he's claiming there's another foundation there, there might actually be, and you can tell if it's a house foundation or a barn.
Yeah. I would
Cause the
deep on it.
old foundations
Yeah,